Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi. All right. Let's let everybody in. Make sure you have a writing utensil and something to write on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna assign some co-hosts here to help me let people in. Thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, we got some co-hosts. So today is going to be a big review session of the first 2 days because we took in so much information that I think we need to pause and review and practice everything. Like have a lot more practice with the intervals that we've been talking about. And so let me turn this down. I'm going to make myself kind of a, let me think. I'm thinking of how to word this. Oh, my daughter took my little whiteboard. Okay. All right. You know, as music teachers, we just have to be so careful. We make mistakes, you know, but we try to avoid those mistakes to make everyone feel comfortable with the learning journey. So yesterday there were quite a few questions about the, you know, what's a major, which one's perfect and why. And so today I want to dip our toes in the water of that without getting like the suture. Thank you. It's available on the shop. I like it too. I'm a fan of fonts. So we'll dip our toes into the water of major, minor, and perfect intervals, but really today we're just going to practice listening a lot. So just while everybody gets ready and seated and comfortable, in music we have a thing called quality. And from seeing the keyboard, thank you co-host for letting people in because I'm kind of far from my desk. Okay. You know, from C, look up C to D. We called this a major second from your notes yesterday. This implies that there is a minor second, right? If there's a major, there's a minor. That's the minor second. So, going from any C to any D is always a second. C to D, always a second. What determines whether it's major or minor is the space between that C to D. So, if we go from C to a D flat, I'm going to put a flat symbol next to it. The flat symbol looks kind of like a lowercase b on the upper half of the D, the jaws thing. This is what is called a minor second. Minor second. Or we like to write it as just lowercase m2. Always lowercase for minors. In Western music, this is the smallest space between two notes, a minor second. C to D natural Natural means no sharp, no flat. I'll show you the natural symbol. In music, you don't have to write it. It's always implied, but I'll write it just so you can see it. Correct, Sandra. You wouldn't write a minor second as C sharp because going from a C to a C is not a second. That's a perfect question, Sandra. So this is called a major second, or capital M2. And there is one more type of interval we'll get to later, but C to D flat is a minor second. C to D natural, major second. And so by that token, we learned that C to E is a major third, right? But we haven't learned the minor third of that. So let's do the C to E just for the exercise. We'll only do these few just getting started. C to E, C to E. And yes, semitone. So C to E flat would be a minor third. Or we would write it with a lowercase. And C to E natural. And remember, you don't have to write the natural symbol, it's already implied. It would be capital, major third, or abbreviated, just capital M and a 3. C to F is perfect because it would be the same in the major or the minor scale. So that's why we call that one perfect. Perfect fourth. It's already in the scale. And next Wednesday we'll get into augmented intervals. But let's hear the minor second. And I'm going to move it around the piano. So here's C to D flat. I'm going to play it on 2 other notes. Those are all examples of minor seconds, and they weren't all C's and D flats. They were all over the place. But it will always sound so close that the only song it could be is something like Jaws. Or for release, if you're thinking about it from up to down. For release is another good one for that minor second interval. For the major second, I'm going to play it all over the pianos just so you can hear it in more than C's. This is C and D, which you have heard already. I'm going to play it everywhere else. We tend to say in music classes that the majors have kind of a brighter sound and that the minors have kind of a darker sound. So this would be the most difficult question that I will ask you today, and it is to try and hear which one is the minor second and which one is the major second. So first I'll do it with you seeing it so you can see and hear. This is minor second, minor second, minor. That was all examples of the minor second. Now let's hear the major second. It's so close, right? But it should sound a little brighter. So it's the difference between Jaws and Happy Birthday. And Happy Birthday. And uneasy feeling, yeah. That you should feel uneasy with the minor second. You should feel kind of Halloween vibes. Okay, so which one am I playing? Minor second or major second? Don't write the answer right away. Hold the answer to yourself so that everyone gets a chance to hear it. So I'm gonna play one interval over and over and over again, but it's gonna be either minor or major second. At this time in your head, you should be alternating between trying to sing the Jaws theme or the Happy Birthday theme to see which one fits best. I'll move it around. Okay, what did you hear? And again, this would be the most difficult question. And again, we're swallowing the frog. If we can hear the most difficult interval to hear in Western music, the minor second, yes, it was major. The minor would have sounded like this. Great job. Okay, let's practice hearing the perfect fourth and the major seventh. Perfect fourth was Here Comes the Bride or Amazing Grace. Linda's asking a question. So the difference between minor is half a note apart and major is one full note apart. Is that correct? Yes, that's exactly right, Linda. The minor is half a step difference. The major is a full step. The major should sound like the beginning of a major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Good job. That's perfect. Okay, so the perfect fourth sounds like Here Comes the Bride or Amazing Grace. I'm gonna move it around. Sounds odd. That's the perfect fourth, so memorize that. Perfect fourth. Now let's switch gears. Can you repeat why it's perfect? Yes. We were kind of looking at this page that I was building with you, saying that any C to any D is called a second. And we decide whether it's major or minor depending on the steps between the notes. If it's only a half step, we call it a minor second. It's a baby second, right? It's baby, it's a half step. If it's a full step, meaning two halves, then we call it a major because it's a big second. So then when we go from C to E, because it's three letters, right? C, D, and E, it's called the third. Now we have to determine whether it's a baby third or a big third. Baby would be half steps. And major would be full steps. When we get to the C to F interval, there really is no minor for us. So we call that perfect. C to F is not minor. But we don't have the note in here in between in the piano. If we had a note here, that would be the minor fourth. But we don't have that. So we call that a perfect fourth. And we have that too with a perfect fifth, because it would be the same during the minor scale or the major scale. So whether our scale is major or minor, those notes remain the same. All right, and I'm playing harmonic minor because I like that one. So we're listening to the perfect fourth all over the piano. And now let's hear the major seventh. Major seventh. The song relationships we attached to this yesterday was on the chorus of Take On Me. Right? Or I waited till I saw the sun on Don't Know Why by Norah Jones. So that's the major seventh. So let's see, which one do you hear? Do you hear the perfect fourth, which is this one, C to F? Or do you hear this one? Okay, I'm going to play one interval over and over and over and over again. Don't write the answer in the chat yet. Save your answer or hold back on your answer until people get a chance to hear it a lot. Okay? Tell me which one you hear. Okay, give me your answers in the chat. If you heard the seventh, you were correct. It was C to B. It's just not a nice sound. It's great how Take On Me and Norah Jones make it sound good, but on its own, out of context, it doesn't sound too good. But yes, it was the seventh. The fourth sounds like this. Okay, let's hear another one. Perfect fifth would be C to G. Perfect fifth. This almost sounds like when Mario scores a point in the Super Mario. Or, yeah, when he grabs the coins, right? Let me see. It's up here. C to G. Up here makes me think of water, like icy water. So this one is the Twinkle Twinkle Baba Black shape. The Star Wars? No. octave, or the perfect eighth, is C to C. These two, let's say that this middle C makes this type of sound wave. The higher C would be exactly twice inside one of those waves, but they would always line up with each other. So they fit together very well. So that's the octave or perfect eighth. So it's almost like it's the same note. That's the perfect. It's the same note name. So your test is, do you hear the perfect fifth? Or do you hear some over the rainbow? Okay. They just blend exactly right. All right, so let me know if you hear Star Wars or rainbow. Here we go. I'm going to repeat one. Hold back on your answers to give everyone a chance to hear it in their head. Remember to breathe. I made this intentionally difficult because the perfect fifth sounds good. So if you got fifth, you were right. Did you get it? Yeah, you got perfect fifth. Sweet. Again, the octave would have sounded like this. Okay, so yes, that was the perfect fifth. All right, let's do a quiz. This time I won't give you cues as to what I'm playing. I want you to just try and pull them out of thin air. 5 questions on your quiz. So write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will always start with C. So you can write down your first answers as C, like this. And your job will be, I will play something for you. Like, let's say that I play a perfect eighth or octave. The way you write the answer, this is just example. Example number 1. So C would be to C. Or you can write P8 for perfect eighth. I will play nice, and I will only give you intervals we've worked on today, which are the second, the fourth, fifth, seventh, and eighth. So those are the options that I will choose from. Major or minor second, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, the seventh, or the eighth. And I'll play each one right now so you can hear them again. So it'll be a quiz with 5 questions. And this is how we used to do it when I was a music major. And when I first got started, I wouldn't get them all right. So don't aim for perfection, aim to get close. So just to review, this is the minor second, the Jaws theme. This is the major second, think Happy Birthday. Or the beginning of the Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Perfect fourth, Here Comes the Bride. Or Amazing Grace. Perfect fifth, think Star Wars. Or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The major seventh, which was the Nora Jones, I wait to answer Linda's question. It's the first two almost words. I wait until I saw the sun. So it's just on I wait that are those, or the take on me. And the last one was the perfect eighth. And as Veronique said, these just kind of blend. All right, question 1. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So your options that I will choose from are major, second, minors. I'll write them in the chat actually. I'm not going to play them in this order. I just want you to know what to choose from. I will do one of those that I just wrote in the chat. Okay, take a breath. Here's your first one. And don't write the answers in the chat yet. Hold back. We'll share them all at the end. I'll do it 4 more times. Okay. We'll share the answers at the end of the 5th one. Next one. Next one. I'll do it 4 more times. Okay. Okay. Next one, number 3. Number 3. Three more times. Number 4. This is number 4. I'll play it 3 more times. Okay, and number 5. Number 5, take a breath. Deep breath. This is very challenging, all of this. It took 2 years of me in musicianship class for it to start to sink in. So what we're doing here is just exposure and practice. This first time we're doing it, it's going to be the most challenging, and then it'll get easier the more we do it. So just a quick recap. Number 1, this is what number 1 sounded like. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. All right, what did you get for number 1? Go ahead and write them in. I'm about to drink the weirdest thing that I'm thirsty. So I can probably guarantee none of you have tried this yet. And when you come to visit for Storm in the Desert, if anyone wants to try, I will make this. We grow cactus in my backyard, and we boiled the cactus, and the water from the boiled cactus is this. I love eating cactus. Okay, so number 1 was Here comes the bride. Yeah, for nopales. That's agua de nopales. And okay, so you should have heard perfect 4th. If you said perfect 5th, for me that's really good still, because you're in the ballpark. I just want you to be able to hear the approximate spacing. So for me, perfect 5th, a perfect 4th was the correct answer. However, if you wrote 5th, for me, that's still really close enough. So I am happy with that answer. But the correct answer is P4. P4. It was Here Comes the Bride. Comes the bride, or Amazing Grace. Number 2, what did you get? Number 2 and number 4 are so close that if you mix those up, I'm also happy. Because to me, it's telling me that you're hearing approximate steps. If you're writing down 7s and 8s, I'm very happy with that. The correct answer is 8th. And if you're hearing 7 and 8, to me that's super good. You're getting close. So it was the perfect 8th. So number 1 was perfect 4th, number 2 is perfect 8th. However, if you're getting close, if you're only 1 number away, to me, that's still a win. A win is a win. Okay, number 3, what did you hear? Well, that's unanimous. You're doing great on the minor second. That's correct. Minor second. If you heard any type of second, to me that would have been a win. But I see you heard that minor second, that half step in between, which I'm very happy about. Number 4. If you write down 7 or 8, I'm happy, but it was a 7th. Number 4 was a 7. There's still that dissonance when they're stacked. Like when your instrument's a little out of tune. So if you heard a 7th, you are correct. Major 7. Yep. And number 5, what did you hear? And then I want to come back to Cherry, because you said, Cherry, there's a song Entangled. So if you heard seconds or thirds, I'm happy with that, because that's all in the ballpark.
I actually don't know the name of the song.
Oh, can you sing?
So the beginning is a perfect A.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking actually on my phone trying to find the song. Is it When Will My Life Begin? But the first notes of it?
Ah, okay. I'll listen for it. Akira here is saying the major 7th is more noticeable when you play the 2 notes stacked. Yeah, I should do that more in the exams. So the last one, you should have heard the beginning of a major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. So these are the answers. Perfect 4th, perfect 8th, minor 2nd, major 7th, major 2nd. If you're in the ballpark, like 1 number off, for me that's a win. Because it tells me you're in the region. And this is the beginning of chords. This is the beginning of hearing chords. And speaking of chords, let me play 2 chords for you and you tell me what you hear. Let's do 5 more quiz questions. So write down 6 through 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you've ever heard the advice of how do you become a better musician, and it's by listening a lot, this is a topic that I've seen a few of my favorite music teachers online talking about, how listening is so vital. That's what we're doing right now with these quizzes. All right, so I'm either going to play a C major, which is a C chord, C major, or an F major. C major, I'm going to play with the bass note. C major, C for Charlie, or F major, F for Frank. I'm going to play C major this time. I'm going to fade it out and I want it to remain in your brain. Okay, C major. Okay, now I'm going to play F major. I would like for it to fade out in your brain. All right, tell me which one you hear. Hold back on your answers, okay? Write them on your paper, but don't write it in the chat yet. All right, this time I'm going to play 4 notes for you. You tell me those 4 notes. So for example, If I play G, 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 D, you would write G, 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 D as your answer like this. Okay, I'm gonna play 4 notes. I'll tell you which notes I'm playing. I'm either gonna play, let me think, an A, I'm gonna play A's and E's. This is A, this is E. A, E. All right? Now I'm going to play the 4 notes. Write them down as you hear them. Again. I'll do it 2 more times. Question 8. I'm either going to play a C major chord or a C minor chord. And here's a challenge, so please look up for this part. C chord is a combination of C, E, and G. However, remember we're learning our intervals, and the minor third is a half step smaller. That means this one will be here for a minor. So this is C for Charlie, C major chord. This is C minor. Let me play it arpeggio, meaning 1 at a time. Stacked. C major. Very bright, happy. Now let me play C minor. The difference is that half step here, right? So minor, kind of dark, mysterious, sad. Major, the difference is so small. And let me play it without the 5th. Major, minor. Major, minor. Okay, so you tell me which one you hear, if you hear the major or the minor. I will play them individually, then stacked. One more time. Question 9. I will play D's and A's. 4 notes, you tell me what I'm playing. Similar to question 7. Is it here's D, here's A. Here we go, 4 notes. Again. I'm going to play it an octave lower. And question 10, I'm going to play F major chord. So F chord. Or F minor. Major sounds like this. F minor sounds like this. If you have an instrument next to you, if you have an ukulele and you want to try on your instrument, like when I play it for you, you want to try playing F major or F minor, that's totally fair game. Let me show you. After I play, if you want to pick up an ukulele and play F or F minor and see which one sounds more close, that's totally fair game. So question 10 will be an F major, happy, or F minor, that sad tone. Here we go. Which one do you hear? I'm going to play it in a different octave. Sorry about that. My notebook hit a different key. All right. Okay, so question 6 was whether it was C major or C minor. C major or C minor. I played this one. Question 7 was A's and E's. So here's what I played. Again, on a different octave. Question 8 was whether I played a C major, which is here. Or C minor, was that the question? And I played this. Question 9 was I was playing D's or A's. This is D, this is A, and this is what I played. 1, 2, again. And then this last question was whether I played F major F minor. And I forgot to write down what I played, so I forget what I played. So you're gonna need to tell me what I played on question 10. So what did you get for question 6? What did you get for question 6? And you can just write a capital C for C major. Yes, if you got C, C, E, G, you were right. And we haven't talked about major and minor third song relationships a lot yet, so that was a little bit of a challenging question. For 6, C or C major is correct. Good. What did you get? Question 7, where I played A's and E's. Yep, I see the question is correct. Very good. You all are getting very good at those individual note ones. A. Very good. So, for example, when I'm trying to listen to a song and determine what chords to play or which chords are happening, I'm not very good at hearing full chords like this. Like, it gets so muddy in my head. But I'm pretty good at what you just did with question 7, hearing individual notes. And there is one instrument in most bands that plays individual notes that can give you a hint as to what chords are being played, and that's the bass. So when you're listening to music, now I would love for you to listen for the bass, because bass players are playing one note at a time. And oftentimes they're playing the root, meaning the note name is the chord name. Very often. This is not a exclusive rule, but it's a very good general rule. Okay, question 8 was C minor. Yep. I like how Maddie wrote it with a minus C. That's perfect. C minor. Question 9, I played D and A, and there were 4 notes. Yep. You're getting so good at hearing these. I'm so excited for that. Perfect. And that is a perfect fifth interval from D to A, which is why it sounds like Mario Brothers scoring points. And question 10, I forgot to write down. So you tell me what I did there. F major. I trust you. I'll write that down. F major. Perfect. All right, take a breath. You survived another day of intervals and ear training. This is like endurance training, you know. It is not easy. It is a challenge. And it is a practice that so many of us musicians don't do enough of. So I applaud you for being here. Out of the last few courses that I've been doing, this is the one that has the fewest participants, because it is so challenging, and it does feel like there's very little to hang on to. So I applaud you for being here and for putting all this effort into training your ear. And then why is C to G perfect? So let me pull up something here for myself. Because, and thank you, Cheryl. Okay. I'm looking up the C natural minor scale because I want to answer David's question. And I tend to play harmonic minors. Okay. Yes. Okay. I think I pulled up a really good image. Perfect. So, David, you've been here with several of these lessons now. So, David, you will remember that the C major scale, right now we're looking at the C minor, right? Can you see this on the screen, everybody? Okay. David, you've been here for the C major scale, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? All of them being white keys. Now here's the C minor scale, and we introduce a few black keys. But you'll notice that in this situation, the F and the G and the C are the same on both of these. Both on major and minor. So whether you're on the minor scale or the major scale, the steps between the F, the G, and the C are perfect. They're the same, they are unchanging. That is why we use that term. But let me ask artificial intelligence, why is the perfect fifth called the perfect fifth? Let's see what artificial intelligence says. Let me see. Okay, so the answer we're getting here, the term perfect in music theory refers to the consonance and stability of the interval. So interval meaning space. The perfect fifth is considered one of the most stable intervals, along with the unison, meaning CC, and the octave. These intervals are called perfect because they sound particularly pleasing and resolved to the human ear, free of dissonance. In Western music, the perfect fifth has been foundational in harmony and has been central to the construction of scales and chords. The term also helps differentiate it from other types of fifth, like the diminished fifth or the augmented fifth. So the perfect fifth spans 7 semitones. So Linda, you were asking about half steps. The other word for half step is semitone. So the perfect fifth spans 7 semitones and is found between the first and the fifth notes of a major scale. In this example, C to G. So I'm gonna copy paste this answer here in the chat. One of the things that I like about the perfect fifth, for example, is that it applies to chords. When you're playing a song in C, going to the chord based on the fifth would be a G or G7, and going back to the first, meaning C, gives us the perfect feeling of conclusion. And this is actually called a perfect cadence. And even the fourth, which is also called a perfect fourth, I believe it's called a playable cadence, which is also good, but it's not as perfect. So there is more to be learned with the fifths, and we will hopefully get to that in future classes. But yeah, that's the answer we got from AI. Alrighty, let me know if you have other questions. So next week we will finish creating song relationships for every single interval. We haven't gone through every single, really. We've done basically the white keys. Now we're gonna do one for all of the black keys. That will be our challenge for next week. There will not be a final test for this class. It will be more of what we're doing in these classes where we're having quizzes throughout. Alrighty, friends, get some rest. Practice your metronome, fitting the words in the metronome if you get a chance. And today choose 3 other intervals that you're going to practice in your head. I would recommend doing the 3rd, the 6th, and the unison as practice. And if you have a keyboard or a guitar or a ukulele in your home, practice listening to these intervals. That's the best way to learn them, is to just hear it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Exposure, just like language learning, is what's gonna make the difference. Alrighty, friends, and thank you for being Patreon members. So as Patreon members, I'm working on the principle for the 30-day music theory challenge, and that will be free for Patreon members. So that is, the principle itself is a Patreon member exclusive. I'm gonna put this over here. And yeah, thank you again. And if you would like to try my cactus water, come to Strum in the Desert. Tickets are available now on ukulandiashop.com. And what else? I have a few more of these gardenia and hibiscus seeds left, but most have sold out. So also let me know if you're interested in that. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Ciao.